what is microcontroller? See, we studied what is embedded system, and then we studied what is C and why they went for C in case of embedded system. Now the question is, what is microcontroller? So can I say every PC has a microcontroller? No, every PC is using microcontroller for working. Can I say like that? Is that the right statement? If your answer is no, what is used in laptop or PC? Come on.
Yeah, answer we can mention. Computer uses different microcontrollers.
Computer, in the computer or laptop, we are not using microcontroller, but we are using microprocessor.
Micro,
It
and
is
we'll
not a
assemble
microcontroller.
different components.
What is the difference between a microprocessor and microcontroller? Come on.
Microcontroller consists of microprocessor in it, and it will have the different peripherals. So together they will work.
Microprocessor also can have peripherals, no? Some of the microprocessor is having timers. I worked with some sort of digital signal processor. Those microprocessor are having timers, port, everything. Then what is the difference? Okay, the difference is simple. The microprocessor is purely for processing, storing the data in the memory, and then booting that particular microcontroller. Everything you have to handle in your motherboard using additional circuitry. You require additional circuitry. For a bootloader alone, they will have a chip in the motherboard. They will have that chip connected in the motherboard. Without that bootloader, you cannot boot your OS at all. You will store your OS in the hard disk. That is another peripheral. Whenever you switch on the power, the bootloader program will automatically started loading to microprocessor RAM, and then it will take the OS from the hard disk and will make an image of that in the processor memory. Another thing is microprocessor will not have on-chip memory. It won't have an on-chip memory. That means the RAM is an external one. It will take every time it want to process an instruction, it will go out and will pick that instruction and will execute. Then what is happening in processor? Just it will do arithmetic logic operations, whatever the operations that microprocessor want to do, right? Relational operation, arithmetic operation, logical operations. Only those will happen. For every resort, it has to go outside. It has an additional circuitry to achieve that. It will only primarily for processing. For every control and other stuff, you have to write programs. Microcontroller has on-chip memory. So you don't need to have a separate hard disk to store your programs. Within a chip itself, you have a non-volatile memory or a flash. There you can store your program. If you just power up your IC, that program will start running. But in case of microprocessor, Moment you start your...
Are you engineering graduate who want to kickstart your profession in automotive domain? Are automotive professional who want to switch your job to interesting positions with higher packages? Are you professional who look to work for great automotive OEM? Are you software professional who look for automotive job in Germany, France, UK, and US? Not sure about where to start? Then contact Yahasia Software for more details. They have nearly 20 years experience in corporate training and helped many professionals to achieve their dream job in automotive domain. They have students across 67 countries. They are conducting regular training on various topics. Automotive system testing using Python and embedded C for automotive are trending courses from them. Hence, to make your dream true, contact them now using 875-451-8745.
Moment you press the on button, the bootloader program will run first. And that will command the microprocessor for booting. See, I am going to boot you. So it will, the moment that command is received, microprocessor will expect this OS code from outside. Maybe from hard disk they will get it. They will load that. But here it is not the case. Moment you connect it to the power, the program is running. Because that program is already flashed and stored in the non-volatile memory of the chip. In microprocessor, it is not the case. It should come from the outside. When it want to do some sort of Ethernet communication or serial communication, it should use a daughter boards. In motherboards, they used to have additional circuitries for serial communication, Ethernet communications. But in microcontroller, those are part of the chip itself. By just configuring some registers, you can work with those peripherals. You don't need to look for any additional circuitry. So from this, what we come to know is your entire PC, which is connected, which is having a motherboard and then a microprocessor, then mouse, monitor, right? No, entire thing is called as a personal computer. No, in case of microcontroller, that one chip itself a microcomputer. But this computer is something different. It is an application specific. You cannot run a game in that microcontroller. You cannot do a mail transmission using that controller, using that microcomputer. It is developed for a specific application. It can do only that. Yeah, but it doesn't require any outside dependency, like a program should come from the outside, then it should load it to the RAM, then it should execute. No, it has everything inside. So the resource constraint, whatever is required to make a intelligence action, all those things are available in a single chip itself. Once you program the chip effectively and connect it to the power, it used to start, it will do the job. It will perform that task. Got it now. So that's why every microcontroller is a microcomputer. It has everything that is needed to do a task. But you cannot do every task using that. But it has a necessary things to do the task. Right. That's why it is called as microcomputer. Right now, resources are far limited than general purpose computer. You cannot have all the resources that we have in the personal computer, but it has what is required. Then if you go for a laptop or personal computer today, it costs from 40,000 to more than 1.5 lakh, something like that. We have a laptop like this, but you can buy an embedded module or an embedded computer for a specific application. See, I buy a computer. My aim is to display a warning message. That is what if particular signal values goes beyond certain limit, I want to display a warning message. That is my requirement. Let us take this example. I have a tank in my home. When the tank is full, I want to get a display tank full. Can I do that using a laptop? Yes, you can do. The cost involved is very high. You cannot buy a computer for 10,000 today or 5,000 today. But you can buy a module which is displaying, which is connected a microcontroller embedded system, which can detect the level of your water tank and can display tank full for 500 rupees or 1,000 rupees. You can buy it. That is there in the market. Even that is a computer only. So whatever I am doing using this 70,000 or 1 lakh rupees product, I am able to achieve using a computer which cost only 500 rupees or 1,000 rupees. So that is the different. So they are used, the embedded systems are developed. It requires that intelligence. Without that intelligence of decision making, we cannot display the tank full or tank is empty. That we can't do. Those decision making steps or intelligence is there in that particular chip, and it act like an independent computer. Maybe you cannot do everything that you want to do, but you can achieve what you want to do. That is why the peoples are using microcontrollers.